Hello.
Hi.
Hello, and good evening, everyone. We are in conversation with Mrs. Dimple Chhotai. She's a co-founder of Planet E and author of SpringBoard Preschool Program by Periwinkle. Hi, good evening.
Hi, good evening. Thank you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you this evening. And since our topic is very much related to children and education and preschool, I think let's start with the first question here itself. How important is early childhood education?
80% of the brain development occurs in the first 8 years of life. First 8 years is absolutely the preschool period, the foundational stage of our kids' learning. We are laying the strong foundation during these years. This is also that prime period where our children are learning just simple things like letters, numbers, counting. But have you ever wondered where these basic skills take us? How important are they? And where do we face a lacunae if at all we miss foundational strength of these simple concepts? Yes, the repercussions would come in when a child grows up into the higher classes, higher grades, and when a weak foundation shows up as a poor grade pull down or a child not being able to cope up with simple mathematical operations or not being able to uh, use good language and write creative writing and essays and cannot work with some of the language lessons. Are we really waiting for that? Certainly not. We should not be. All of us have been quite fortunate that we never saw a pandemic during our teenage or our childhood, or even we've seen this at adulthood. It's a big period, a golden good period where we developed holistically, our personalities were groomed well. And as I talk about personalities, let's talk about this one connected to the grades. When a child gets lower grade in any subject, what happens for the first time? The child feels, oh, I think I need more practice. Wonderful. The parent starts feeling, grades are too low. We need to put him through some tutoring, some training, some additional courses. And then the search begins. Another unit or a small assessment in the class, and again the grades going a little not as per expectations. And the parent goes helter skelter searching for crash courses and programs to cope up with the foundational skills which were missed out. Slowly and gradually, it starts impacting the confidence of the child, starts hurting the self esteem of the child, and the concerns keep growing higher and higher as the studies keep going to the complexity which is of the next level. And that is where the foundational stage would show up in a larger picture, disrupting our beautiful study of the future or the next level education. Therefore, early childhood education matters. Let's not waste this. We cannot afford to have one more year without educating our kids. Last year, it was new. All of us were in a permutation combination. Will this work? Will that? Will it open? Will there be a lockdown? It's not the same year. We are not the same people. We have grown over the experience. And that is where preschool matters. All of us need to know this. We are aware. Just reflect back, bring it to the surface, give it the due importance. Make sure children are back to their learning and development. They are the torchbearers of tomorrow, and we should be as much concerned about the future of our nation through the education of the young ones. Well, let's understand this gap of the pandemic with a few examples. Maybe this would be case studies. If you reflect back, you would be able to put somebody from the known circle into that space. Have you ever thought 2019-2020 academic year, child is in nursery class? Okay, the nursery class gets over, abruptly ended, and we move to the next level. Now, the next level was a lockdown. Nothing to do. We all kept waiting, we all kept contemplating. Some of us did some online, offline, homeschooling, many other trials and tested methods were applied. Well, I don't know how much they worked, but if it has worked, wonderful. If it has not, it's high time that we reiterate and focus again on the foundational skills. A missed preschool year is not going to dent now, it's going to hurt later. Now, this child who was in 2019-2020 nursery is today ready for a senior kindergarten class, an upper KG class, that we call it. When this child is ready for this class, let's cross check. Has the child done the second level of writing, or I should say, has the child learned small letters or print writing? Does he know to recognize all the letters? Does the child read a few words? Can the child read some words? Can the child count well? Up to what number? Can the child count up till 10, up till 20, up to 50? I don't need answers. Check. This is a checklist for each one of us who have a preschooler or who has a child. And that's going to be important. Does your child know to write something? Does your child know to color? Can he or she color within the lines? Can the child carry out simple sorting, grouping, as per color, as per shape, those kind of activities? Can the child do it? Well, the answer is you have to give to yourself. You need to answer yourself. It's not for me. The question is not for a single person. It's a reflection. A very important year we have missed. Now, thinking about the scenario currently. The schools may not open. We are still under uncertainty. And this uncertainty leads us to another year of confusion. The child is now going to be ready next year for class 1, grade 1. And this grade 1 will expect a child to at least know a few words, some sentences, can read, can do at least +1, can do counting up to 50 and little more, maybe up to 70, maybe up to 100. At least know the recognize the numbers, know basic concepts. So here I have a highlight to make. Think about it. If you are going to lose this 1 year again, we are actually skipping out 2 important years of the foundational stage of education, which will turn to be detrimental later. Why go far up to the higher classes? Yes, higher classes, we will see issues if the treatment of these foundational years are not done sooner. We need to treat it right away, right with the first standard class, or before that, as soon as you realize that yes, there is a problem. Let's not stretch it. Let's not come back to us with its bigger face in future. Every day counts. Childhood education and stimulation should be continuous. Development occurs every day, little by little, bit by bit. And that is where we all need to be focusing right now. The virus is here to live. We all heard this throughout the year from specialists, from doctors, from scientists, from everyone. So let the virus live. Let's learn to be safe. Let's learn to continue with our own routines of life. Let's continue to develop. Let's continue to focus on early childhood. What does the pandemic teach us? It teaches us to learn new things, adapt new things. There have been a lot of challenges. Safety, care, health, finances, family, and a lot more. But we can't leave away the education. And we need to be on top of this. How do we do it? We just are proposing a bridge the gap solution. Just as the schools were happily running by themselves, and with the children filled in the classrooms, gurgling with giggles and laughter, and with fun and frolic, and with paints and crayons. Now, this period where we have a gap, We offer online preschool. All the activities, all the readiness, all the stimulation to the development continues. Kids would have beaten this pandemic hands down and continued to climb on the developmental ladder. They would just go on and on. And they will be ready for the post pandemic scenario. So, whenever the school opens, the children just walk in and go to the next page. What next should I learn today? Well, this is what we are proposing by offering to you. Each one of the schools are invited to involve with us into the SpringBoard online preschool program, just to bridge the gap solution, but ensures good quality education and continued child development for each one. Do join us for the online SpringBoard Preschool Program. For more information on SpringBoard online preschool program, check out the description of this video. And don't forget to like, share this video and subscribe to our channel. Bye bye. Take care and stay safe. Until we meet again with another update and a new refreshing topic on early childhood.